Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And here we go from LA. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Murray from the pistol. Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. And they'll have to swallow a loss on the play as he's touched down behind the line.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. He lobs it up, looking deep to the... He's got it inside the 25. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On 2nd and 12 now. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
From midfield now. Into the hands of Schultz. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Throwing the out route complete. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20.
Working quickly here.
34-yard line.
Trying again following the sack. Trying for a touchdown here. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Offense up to the line fast. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. Touchdown, LA! He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers start off well to tie things 7-7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Johnson now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him denies the first down.
And on third down, looks like the Chargers anticipating pass here. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Has the first and more, past midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. That's the end of one. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Hits him on the out route. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage.
Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Chargers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
1st and 10 now from the 30. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 14. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chargers will have a first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Still sticking with the passing game. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So they'll decline this and take the results. Throwing it again here. This will be caught by Cooper. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers parlay the interception into points. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Fielded at the 7. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Murray thrown again on 2nd and 10. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Murray. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. On first down, they'll run. Jukes one defender. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Saints at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He had it for a moment, but great defensive play. Charlie loose, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 4th and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
To the air, Murray. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 1. 3 inside the 30. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They will certainly take that kind of passing from the rookie out of Miami as he gets them the first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you.
And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Brings in the kick at the 9. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Oh, baby, he gets dropped and the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he pushes all the way to the goal line, but gonna be out at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Chargers get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 3 now. From the 37. That's complete inside the 35. And he'll be touchdown after a big play. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Murray looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Finds his man, Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Isaiah McKenzie now to return. Returns looking good so far. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Toward the sideline, and he's got Metcalf. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Metcalf there to bring it in. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Option play. They give it to Barkley. Makes a cut to the right sideline. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's got the hook up to Cooper. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. This one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect with Amari Cooper. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
It's caught Metcalf. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. No change to the call on fields. That play is going to remain a touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Kyler. Gets it to him on the screen. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And a man is there to knock that away. Clean breakup on that throw. And it sets up 2nd down.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
First time this game they've looked to him. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Forced out to his right. Looking deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They snap it to Murray. He's looking deep once again. This is caught inside the 15. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you totally flip the field and the tone of this drive.
Working quickly here. Pressure coming, it's Murray. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Looking for the back that time. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They send a man in motion. Murray, 3rd and goal. Dump off, caught by his back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They go to Barkley again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
He fires one deep down the middle. It is caught at the 20. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That goes for 36 yards. And the Chargers will have a first.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, Well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 18 on second down. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Offense up to the line fast. The handoff on 3rd and short. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
First down, Saints.
Back to throw, Murray. On target to Waddle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Murray here on first down. Mechie hauls it in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield. 2nd and 4. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Back to the air, Murray. Complete beyond the marker. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10, Murray. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled for no gain. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Saints trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Chargers in the dime on 3rd down. 6 DBs out in coverage. Try and push it deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Pete, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
First down, a run with Barkley. Past midfield to the 45. He goes the distance. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers put up even more points in a win. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Play action now, Murray. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
From the 29. Diving right side. Got it. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. They'll come up first and 10. From the red zone now. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
On second and 10, it's Murray. Pulled in by Waddle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Saints call their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. And the Chargers take over on his 5th interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll add to their lead on the final play of the game as he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers continue piling it on here in the 4th. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So the Chargers come away